What's up, YouTube? This is Spade here, back again with another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle. And I just want to say thank you everyone who left suggestions for my future 100 battle last time on battle number 96. I appreciated it. I got something. I'm planning to do something now, still working on it, but those ideas, suggestions really did help, so thank you everyone. Anyways, here we have a match against someone by the name of Sun Moon Gaming, and this was a really interesting match. Got some elements that you don't really see in every battle every day. So without further ado, let's just get into it. He's gonna fake me out with this Sableye, which is funny. It does like 4 or 5. I recovered that with lefties. I go with the taunt because I knew that he had this Espeon, so what I didn't want to do is go for Stealth Rocks, because I did notice that he actually doesn't have anything with Stealth Rocks on his team. So I thought that taunt would be the best play in case he would want to stay in and do some shenanigans with his Sableye, because you know he's obviously running the Dream World ability most likely, even though the fake out is kind of strange. But anyways, I digress. I went into my Mew, which was Zoroark, and I can't really do anything. I was kind of hoping to force a switch, doesn't happen. So I switched into my Scizor as he sets up all his toxic spikes, which is rather unfortunate. I set up a SD, which is really risky because he goes with the Scald, and now I'm like, please, just don't burn me now, don't burn me now. What do you know, he burns me now. As I set up a sub, I was trying out this sub SD Scizor. I'm kind of hoping to use it against Ferrothorn, SD on the switch, and then sub on the lead seat and go from there. That was the point of this set in the first place, but yeah, it doesn't really work in this match, especially since I got burned. But I do have a plan here actually. I might be able to actually use my Scizor later on. So what I do, I go back into my real Mew, and he goes into his Zapdos. I toxic that thing because, you know, toxic in Zapdos is nice. And it turns out this thing is defensive too, because I see the light screen, so I'm like, damn. But I do have the heal belt, so I get rid of the toxic and I get rid of the burn from Scizor, and he's gonna use Sky Drop, which is like, wow, I've been using this set, Sky Dropping set a long time ago, and it's actually pretty fun set. But yeah, I'm noticing that his team overall is really stallish. It might just be that I'm facing a full stall team, which is gonna be really bad news bears. I don't know. My team is like, I got 3 support sets and then 3 support sets and 3 sweepers, but it's gonna be really difficult to break through his team, especially now that he has those toxic spikes. But the thing is, I have heal bell, so this battle is kinda slow going right now. Anyways, I set up the light screen because I noticed just now that he actually doesn't have any physical attackers on his team. So the only moves that he's gonna attack me with are going to be special, and then the rest will do all damage from the toxic and shenanigans. But here he shows that he has a Chansey with aromatherapy, so my efforts taking down the Zapdos are futile. But he stays in with his Chansey, uses the echoed voice, so I'm like, yes, he doesn't have seismic toss. He doesn't even have that. So what I'm going to do is go back into my Scizor and receive the wish from my big love disc, which is great, because now at the lefties my Scizor is back to full health, and I might be able to use my Scizor later on, but I'm not gonna do it against this Tentacruel anymore. That was a bad play, but I was like, I would really like to just finish this right now, right here, but right now. But you know, it doesn't really look like it, because, you know, his team is really stallish. So what I'm going to do is go into my Mew, just go with the heal bell again, get rid of my poisoning, and in comes that thing. Sableye, who is going to taunt me with his priority shenanigans, and I was trying to use Gastro Acid, which would get rid of his ability. That is a move that I really wanted to try out, but it didn't work out this time. So I go back into my Scizor, and he tries to will-o-wisp me on the switch, but misses. And then I try to sub, but he taunts me, so then I'm like, let's go with the Bullet Punch. He misses his Will-O-Wisp again and again, which is hilarious. So I'm just able to take him out with 3 Bullet Punches. But you know, even if he had hit those, there would have been just lots of pointless switching, because, you know, it's not like Sableye is gonna be able to do anything else, because it's basically there just to taunt and will-o-wisp and stuff, and I have the Mew, so there would have been a lot more pointless turns. So I don't really, it didn't really make too big of a difference. And you know, that's what happens when you stall. That's what happens when you stall. Anyways, he goes into his Tentacle, then into his Espeon as I heal Bell with my Mew, and I had to speed this up a lot because this was a long battle. So anyways, I tried to Toxic him, the Espeon, because I tried to get the Synchronized Poison on him. But now he goes back into his Tentacle, and I'm like, let's transform into him. And I see the Rapid Spin, and I see the opening. So I'm like, yes! Yes, now this is my chance. I get off the Rapid Spin, he goes into his Espeon, and I don't see lefties. So I'm kind of thinking this is a defensive, it might be choice. But I'm kind of thinking it's a dual screeners, because that's what you usually see, and I already saw that it's a stall team. So I go into my Scrafty on the Psychic. Now I'm not Toxic. He sets up Reflect, which is, you know, of course it's bad, but I'm gonna have to see how he's gonna be able to handle this situation. Because I really wanted to free switch into my Scrafty without those Toxic Spikes, and now I got it. So now we'll have to see what I can do with this. So I keep on crunching, trying to get the defense drop. He lays up some Toxic Spikes, and now I'm like, alright, now he goes with the Scald, and it does not break my sub. It doesn't break my sub, and I get a defense drop. So this is the opening that I needed. I got a free switch into my Scrafty, and his Scalds are not going to be able to break my subs, which is amazing. So predicting another Scald, I am going to set up another sub. And I'm just hoping he doesn't get a min damage, he doesn't get like max damage, and well, I was hoping that was already max damage, and by the looks of it, it is, because like you can see, he's not able to break my sub again, and I had to speed this up because this is kind of a long stall war here again. But he goes back into his Chansey to stall out his own Reflect, and then go back into his Tentacle, which doesn't really do anything, so I have no idea what he was planning to do there. But he can't do anything to me, so that's cool. And I'm gonna just keep on crunching, and he's gonna be able to break my sub the next turn, and now we are back to normal speed, and because things are going to happen. So I'm gonna just crunch away, because I was like, what if he switches out the next turn? I could have set up a free sub, but judging at by what he has on his team, he doesn't have anything to do to me. And in comes a Latias, and since it's not Latios, I know it's most likely there because it's more of a defensive one. And the Dragon Pulse doesn't really do anything, and I'm just gonna crunch away and get another Moxie boost. So now I'm at +2, and he's gonna go back into his Chansey, and I'm just gonna Drain Punch away because I don't really care at this point, because it doesn't even look like he has anything that could do anything to me. Especially now that the Latias is gone. So he's gonna actually T-Wave me, so he has Toxic Spikes, but T-Wave as a backup measure to cripple something that doesn't get crippled by Toxic Spikes, which is fine. I really should have set up a sub before that, because I knew that he couldn't do anything to me, but I also knew that nothing else on his team can't do anything to me either, because, you know, he doesn't have anything offensive. He doesn't have a single sweeper on his team. That much I know now. Anyways, I Ice Punch the Zapdos, and it doesn't really do as much as I would like to, so I'm just gonna go with the Stab Crunch, you know, also in the hopes of possibly getting a defense drop. But he roosts, and I get a crit, which didn't matter, because again, he had nothing that he could do to me. As you saw earlier, Sky Drop does not affect substitutes. So there is nothing he can do to me. I am behind the sub, he doesn't have any sweepers that could even break my sub at this point. So in comes the Espeon, which thanks to the Reflect is going to survive. So he has a dual screening Espeon, and then Zapdos also with Light Screen as a backup screen. Oh, this is... not even Scott would run this tallest team. But wow. Seriously, I was thinking many times, should I run from this battle, because it was so many turns that this battle didn't go anywhere. But finally I was able to find the opening when I transformed into his Tentacle with Mew. I got off the Rapid Spin, which I originally didn't even have on my team, and then I was able to go back into my Scrafty, set up a free sub, and then it was already game over. So that was the game. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a 6K or so what, but this is just game. But this is what happens when you run a stall team. It's just, I've also noticed that it doesn't really work in 5th gen. I guess, of course, against unprepared teams, I bet this team that my opponent was using is gonna work, but, if you don't have a single sweeper, I say that's kind of a bad idea. You should really, that's what I usually do. I try to do a balance between stall, a defensive core, and offensive sweepers, and, so far it has been working out for me. And pure stall teams, they are just, I wouldn't do that in Gen 5. They say that in Gen 5 anyways, stall is dead. Even though Pharaoh is #1 used Pokemon, which is kinda hilarious, but I still see the point. It just doesn't work like it used to. Anyways, I think I have rambled enough. So this will be all for today. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy it, leave a like rating as always. It does help out a lot. And yeah, I will see you guys next week with another battle, most likely on Monday. And then later that week there will be the 100 battle. Still not sure what it is, but you guys can still leave me some suggestions. I'm working on something, but I'll have to see what I can make of it. So I'm not gonna spoil anything yet. But yeah. Why do I ramble always so much? Well, anyways, thanks for those who listen to my ramblings also, and I will see you guys next time. So until then, this is TheFlamingSpade signing out. Peace!